Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is yet another book review video where I am going to review this book on nutrition. Yes, the 12-week fitness project by Rujuta Divekar. So if you people have been following me on Instagram or this YouTube channel as well, you people would be knowing that I was such a big time foodie and I loved food, mostly junk food, fast food and all those. So yeah, there was a time when I was eating a lot without really very much being conscious, but that did took a toll on my health and I did suffer from few, I would say, digestion issues, and after which I started implementing certain lifestyle changes so far as my food was concerned, and I started being really careful and conscious about my eating habits. And since then, trust me, the journey has been really good, because before that I was mindlessly eating, like I was eating mostly junk and fast food, because of which I did suffer. But now that I finally realized how important it is to be conscious about the things you eat, the food you eat, as well as the lifestyle, like sleeping patterns and everything, so it has really helped. So yeah, talking on that context about healthy living and eating healthy food, so I did start reading a few books on healthy food and healthy lifestyle as well, and that's when I came across or discovered this book that is by Rujuta Divekar, who is one of the topmost nutritionist come dietitian in today's age. So that's when I came across this book, the 12-week fitness project. Yeah, so when I actually saw, or rather came across the name of this book itself, it was pretty much appealing, like the 12-week fitness project, so like 3 months and I would be like what, a fitter person. So that definitely appealed me towards that book. So that's why I thought, let's read it and also let's do a review on this. So yeah, I have been reading this book since quite some days, and let me tell you, this is a very good book. Why? Because we have been hearing a lot of myths these days so far as food and dieting is concerned, like so many things like keto diet, veganism, then carbs, proteins, fats, and then we have all these new stuffs coming out, like we need to eat brown rice over white rice, quinoa over white rice, and so many new fads coming and going every day. So and this book is something which is like a blow to all those myths, to all those fads. That is what is the, I would say, USP of this book. So this book basically consists of 12 tips which you need to follow each and every week, and the tips are something like you need to follow tip 1 in week 1, and in week 2 you need to follow tip 1 plus tip 2, and in week 3 tip 1 tip 2 plus tip 3, and that's how you proceed with the entire 12 weeks. And by the end of the 12 weeks you would be having 12 health and nutritious tips come good lifestyle tips which can really be there with you for the rest of your life. So in this book she talks about some, I would say, tips or rather facts which you can very easily inculcate in your daily life, without really having to put a lot of effort. So she talks about these practices which our grandmothers and mothers used to follow, and to which we never really took attention to, because we have always been very hooked on to the present millennial culture of keto diet, veganism, brown rice, quinoa, all those things. So because of which our grandmothers and mothers are usually neglected so far as nutrition and food is concerned. But in this book you get to know that how important was their knowledge so far food is concerned. Yeah, in this book she mainly stresses about sticking to the local, native and traditional belief as opposed to the modernism or the exotic food and everything which comes along with the modern trend of food, dieting, weight loss fad and everything. Yeah, so to talk about some of the tips, like some of these 12 golden tips, I can definitely quote 5 or 6 of them. Like the very first one was start your day with soaked almonds or raisins or banana for that matter. So that itself really took my mind back to the thing which my mom used to do when I was a kid. So when I was, I think, in class 10 or 11 something, my mother used to give me this soaked almonds every day, and I used to eat 4 of them before going to school, and I also tried to follow that particular habit even when I was doing my job also for a few days. Then again I left it and never took it seriously, because I was not very much confident also about the science behind it and everything. But yeah, that particular tip was there in this book. Then to quote another tip, it was saying that you need to stay away from gadgets at least for 30 minutes or 1 hour before sleep. So that is something again which we have been hearing but we fail to do. Then there is tip like we need to replace the Teflon coated non-sticky cookers with iron karhai, stainless steel or some metal as in pital or something. So even that can make a huge difference, because when you're cooking in an iron karhai, the iron automatically gets attached to the food, and which is very important for your health. But if you're cooking in a Teflon coated stuffs, they will carry away the zinc of the food. So there are points like these. Then there was one more thing called again, this was one point which was mentioned in this book called Ikigai as well. So Ikigai is another book which follows the lifestyle trend of Japanese people, how the Japanese people are so healthy even at the age of 90 and 90 plus, and they live up to 100 years. So there was this point called you should never be sitting for more than 30 minutes, or if you have been sitting at a place for 30 minutes, then just stand for 3 minutes or just walk a bit or just take a round. So it focuses more on movement of the body. If you just do simple activities like washing something, cleaning or dusting, or maybe just packing your stuffs properly, something which really involves movement, like even climbing the stairs instead of just using lift every day. So that point was also mentioned in this book, like sit for 30 minutes, stand up for 3 minutes and include more movement in your body. So yeah, points like these. So when I started with the book, I thought like, okay, 12 really tricky and difficult tips, but trust me, when I started with it, some of which I felt like I was already doing. There was one tip like eat rice and chawal, like dal chawal at night along with ghee, and she even mentioned that you need to include at least 3 to 6 teaspoon of ghee in your diet every day without guilt, and it would be very good if you include ghee in all the meals like breakfast, lunch and dinner. That is when I realized that I was already having dal chawal at night, but to talk of like ghee, somebody actually advising me to take ghee as well, that was something which was really an eye-opener, because that is something my mom and grandmom would advise me, and I would always fight like, no, you don't know anything, he means fat, fat, fat. And then this top nutritionist talking about the scientific facts behind it was some eye-opener. So that's the thing. This book was totally a winner for me, because if you just pick up this book, you will feel like there are some really hi-fi facts written which would be difficult for us to follow, but when you actually open it, it will actually remind you of all the healthy facts your mother advised you to do and which you might have never followed, because we were very much hooked on to the modern trends. So yeah, she also mentions the point that it is important to eat white rice, because in things like quinoa and brown rice, the fiber is so much that it sometimes absorbs the essential nutrients of the body. So that's the reason why we need to eat white rice, because of another scientific reason, that white rice really fills up the body. So you tend to feel hungry for the rest of the day, and you feel hungry only when it is time, like evening and dinner time. So yeah, these are the points, like just stick to the local traditional food habits and forget these modern trends of fad, or try to eat food which have not taken 150 kilometer or I think meter or something she mentioned to reach your plate. So yeah, there were points like this, that don't go after exotic fruits like kiwi and all that, but rather have guava in the winter and mango in the summer, things like this. So fruits and food which are available, which grows naturally in your area, so which grows naturally in your, I would say, community, locality, instead of having exotic food or food which has traveled all the way from abroad and reached your plate. So that's what, this is just a simple, I would say, to break the myth of sticking to exotic food or modernism or fad, but just trusting by the traditional methods and inculcating some exercises, some proper sleep routine and a healthy lifestyle. That is what it will be for you to lead a good life. That's what. So why I try to do a review on this book, because my genre is mostly like novel, as in fiction, romantic, poetry and all that, but yeah, I do read self-help books. I do read a lot of self-help books, and this one was one such kind of a self-help on nutrition. And because I did suffer a lot so far as my digestion is concerned, because of which now I have become so conscious. I'm eating very consciously, and I'm really very much on healthy stuff these days, and that's why I'm reading and I'm browsing all these stuffs. And I came across this book, and some of those points were something like I already do, or like things like we have already been doing, because we have heard so much of those things from our parents, our mothers and our grandmothers. So we would actually be happy also after reading this book, because we will realize that I think out of those 12 points, 5 to 6 you are already following. So that's the thing. So you all should definitely read this book because it's a very short read also, just I think 200 pages. And also at the end of this book there is also a separate section which has 12 tips for 12-week fitness project for kids as well. So yeah, this is definitely very good for all the mothers as well, you know. So I think if you have a sister or brother who are like kids in your house, then it will be good for both of you. So at the end of the section there is that section for kids as well, 12-week fitness project for kids. So yeah, that's all. I hope this review didn't get very long, but it was important. Yeah, I hope you all like this particular review video. I do make book reviews related to lots of variety of topics, mostly fiction. I also talk about self-publishing, writing and poetry. And you can also buy my own self-published books. The first one is a novel, An Unexpected Love Story, and the other two are poetry books, that is Penning Expressions and Prism of Thoughts. So I have listed the link in the description box, so you can go click on there, go to Amazon and buy my books as well. I hope you all will like it. And yeah, for this particular book review, do like, share, subscribe, and also if you all buy this book and read it, do let me know if you all like that or not and how it benefited you. That's all. Bye. See you. Stay happy and stay blessed. Love yourself. Bye.